exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Thursday. Day before Friday, man. It's almost like a natural. Anyway, where am I? I'm lost. As usual, I'm lost. John likes to be lost sometimes. It's not a bad place to be. Anyway, what am I doing? I think I'm doing this to fade that out just so it sounds professional. Are you shitting me? Hell yes, that sounds professional. Well, not so much. But anyway, it is Thursday. And by the way, I just want to point out, John should look a lot prettier right now because there's new lights shining on my ass. I feel like I'm in an interrogation room. Where were you on the night of April 1st, 1977 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I have a good excuse. I was getting married. Anyway, it is Thursday. I want to welcome everybody to the room. Irene Lambert, thank you so much. I was glad to see Facebook pop up there. We missed y'all last meeting on Facebook. It didn't broadcast, so we're glad you're in there. Donald Hamilton and John D. Bart Larson, Bob K. Shaking Me Bones is in the room. Thank goodness. Nancy Halverson, the remixtress, is with us. Always heating it up. She's got a fire right there going. Adam Hewitt, my man. How you doing? Carol DeBurris, Phyllis Harrison, Dennis and Jan, always a pleasure to see you in there. Harvey W., Carolyn and John Matjesco, who I can't say enough nice things about. They're both just wonderful people. Carolyn, I owe you a message. Anyway, Debbie Hopewell's here, Trudy Baxter, Joe Willie, let me see, Mishachek, oh, thank goodness. Sammy Marcy, let me see, I think I said that. Anonia Selslick, let me see. Keith is here. KY Johnson, Greg Hughes, Marcia, Randy Peterson. Woo, pig, buddy. Are you roasting? I think your pig is just about roasted up, buddy. It's been hot down here in South Texas. It's like I don't know, I think it was like 108 today on the heat index. But, man, you go outside and it just kicks your butt. Anyway, George Murray, Tom O, TC, glad to have you all in here. What's going on in the news? First off, let's get to the propers first. I got mail. How you like this T-shirt? I love it. This T-shirt says, let's talk, the little letting up here says, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Choose reason over treason. And it's from the Minoka, and I know I'm saying that wrong, Brewing Company in Wisconsin. I got mail from a long-time Blue Dot. Anytime I hear from him, I am just tickled to death. His name is Dr. Todd. Dr. Todd up in Wisconsin. He sent a wonderful little note, and he said, "Greetings from your favorite Trump and Republican-hating doctor from Wisconsin. Here are some more anti-GOP beers and some woke coffee from the Northwoods. Keep on fighting, Dr. Todd." I love this guy. There's more. Wait, before we get into the so described contents, he also, because he is into medicine, sends me products to help with my pain. And I've had this before, rock sauce. It's a good product. Everybody, I think, knows BioFreeze. real good for aches and pains. And he sent this last time, China Gel, which is a muscle relaxing pain reliever. But this time he sent something new, and it was what is it? It's Stop Pain. Hey doc, this one works pretty good. I rubbed it on the shoulder there, and I'll be damned, it's felt better all day long. So Dr. Todd, I appreciate those tremendously. But wait, there's more. Dr. Todd has a flair. I want to get these in order, because your day has to be in order. You wake up in the morning. What do you got to do? You're gonna grab a beer? Oh hell no, you can't have a beer first thing in the morning. You got to have some woke ass coffee. That's right, baby. This is woke. Oh no. John can't do that shit without glasses on nowadays. Woke cold filtered nitro coffee from the Monaco Brewing Company, and that's the way you want to start your day right there. And I love the 4-pack there. It's really neat. But then you get your day going, and sure enough, shit, you got to go to work. So you got your labor lager here, labor lager. It is again from Monaco. I can't keep saying that, up in Wisconsin. So there you go. You want to get your ass to work, and that's the beer, the ale. Lager that will do it. So now you're at work. Good deal. Now you're at work. Well, wait a minute. So you're at work and you're discussing shit, with your buddies there on the line and everything. What's going on? Well, have you heard about the extinct elephant? It is a red ale. I got more than one can, but it came apart, so I'm just gonna hold up one can. That is a red ale, and it's called the extinct elephant, and it's a moderate red ale, and 5.8%. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna taste good. So there you go. Yeah, discussing your shit with the buddies and all that shit, and then at the end of the day, you want to relax and make sure that you feel safe in your home, and that's when you need a good old can of dark Brandon. I love this shit. Let me get a can around here. Let me pull one off. You got to see this shit. Dark Brandon Espresso Stout. Baby, let me see if I can get that up there. Holy shit. Let's get Dark Brandon's eyes up there. Where the hell are they? There they are. Dark Brandon eyes up there. Woo! Buddy, I'm telling you. Dr. Todd, he knows his beer. And I want to send a great big thank you out to him. This is not the first time he sent me unusual beers like before, and these are really going to come in handy. So y'all stay tuned for Beer and Bud Friday. Anyway, so much for John's shit. We got a lot of news we could talk about today. Let's get Miss Chick up here if we can. Bernadette will not be with us. She has some family activities going on. I'm hoping she's enjoying the hell out of herself. Huh?
She's doing fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Who knew? We could be out doing fun stuff right now. No, we're here working.
No, apparently we're doing some kind of commercial.
That's right, for beer. For a brewing
beer
company.
And pain relief.
That pain relief shit really worked. My shoulder really does feel a lot better. If I could just make it.
Might have to think about a sponsorship.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Oh, doctor, he sent me this stuff before. Yes, he's well, I don't want to get into who he is. That's private shit. He's a great doctor up there. Yeah, and but I love his taste in beer. I love his. He hunts these things down. I'm telling you.
I think I could go for a dark Brandon. I like stout.
That one really, espresso stout. Mm-hmm. Really, get drunk and stay awake at the same time.
The
what
other one,
better?
the nitro one, probably a little on the dark side too. I would imagine. I'm looking forward to tasting every one of them one at a time. I don't want to open all of them though. Some of those are like, I want to keep that for posterity. I knew a guy that collected beer cans one time, and I never really thought about it until he pulled out a 6-pack of Schlitz from, I don't know, 1940 something or 30 something. Damn thing was worth some bucks. So as long as you don't open that beer, it's worth a lot more money. But the empty can is still
Anyway, Miss Chick.
Anyway.
How have you been?
I think I just live for the moment and drink the beer.
That's what I think I'll do. I don't have anything else.
Save the can, but drink the beer.
Yeah, that's why they put it in the can, so you can open the damn thing. You don't want to waste all them people's time and effort putting that shit in the can, and you don't even open the damn thing. Hey, let me thank Scott Bryant, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "Dump does not stand a snowball's chance in hell." Out of your mouth, buddy. And Scott, thank you. And Bob K came in with $2 and said, "The heat is going to get worse every year now." Bob, I'm afraid you're right, buddy. And that's my fear, that we've hit that tipping point. The environment is a lot on my mind lately because of just the extreme heat that we're suffering down here. I think it's 108 out in El Paso right now, this afternoon. It's...
Well, up here, our weather's been a lot like some of the Republicans. It's been flipping and flopping like crazy.
Going back and forth.
One day and hot the next.
Oh, man. Did you see them all stand? That's what got me today.
Yes, I
seeing
did.
his visit to Capitol Hill. He did not go into the Capitol building. I can't remember what building it was. It was one of the office, the Republican,
right, where they get to meet. And,
wherever they get to meet and all that stuff.
Secret society of Republicans.
But he came out for his little presser there, and he's standing out there, and every one of those Republicans are just standing there staring at him. Not blinking, just staring, just listening to every word he says. Every one of them are sitting there thinking, "You stupid moron, I can't believe you're the guy in charge."
No, it's either that or they've got to be paying attention to which lie they have to repeat.
See, we're always going to have a glitch. I think I got a glitch in my sound.
Yep, you do.
All right, then we're going to continue right here on the air because I can shut that sound down and restart it, and that will fix itself, but we will be quiet for just a second while we do that.
Pushing some buttons. There you go. Wait a minute. Counting. 3, 2, 1. Is he back yet? Hands are moving.
That's my opinion.
There you go.
There you go.
Now you're back.
Is that better?
Yeah.
We fixed it.
We were trying to read your lips.
Yeah, I figured as much, so I really threw in some colorful language.
I presumed you did.
Anyway. It all came from the heart, though.
So, Trump gets up there and any of his, what do they even call them now? His rallies, his whatever, him on speech,
I don't know what they call them
talking at people. His latest view is large numbers of prisoners and terrorists and mental patients.
Oh, yeah, he's going back to that song and dance. He's used it before. But he's pushing at it our borders are being filled with criminals and rapists and daddy murderers and all sorts of shit coming across the border from all over the world, from Congo, and anything he could do to scare little white boys, that's what he's going to do, because that's who the Republican.
What I hear when he's talking is blah, 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 lie, 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 me.
That's it.
That's what I hear when he's talking.
It's a bunch of made-up fucking bullshit, word salad, but yet they all stand there and look at him like he is uttering words of wisdom. Are you shitting me? On that note, I did mention it in my rant today. Did you see the Daily Show last night?
I did not.
They had I think his name is Shyamalan the God. He's I think it has a podcast, popular podcast, and he had a segment on there talking about how the Democrats need to learn how to talk like real Americans, and that's why the Republicans are doing so well with certain people, is because people like Marjorie Taylor Greene come out there and start all sorts of, uses words like bullshit and that's a bunch of crap, and just talks a bunch of smack, and people like her for that because she talks like regular people. So like he said, the people at Waffle House at 3 o'clock in the morning know what she's saying. And whereas Democrats come out and try to dress up their language a lot, and I got to thinking, well, I would like to see Hakeem Jeffries walk out of a committee meeting and go, "Are you shitting me?" I would. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, but we don't. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, that would fall into
I
their
like
level, but
when they talk intelligent, and
you know,
still get the,
but
digs.
a lot of what comes out of the Republican mouth is just such bullshit, and it's just it's hard to handle sometimes. So it's hard to soak up all the time. But hey, Supreme Court stepped up today with a 9-0 decision. How you like that shit?
I don't believe it. It's just
They bunted, baby. They did nothing.
Yeah.
They threw the case out because the plaintiffs didn't have standing, is what they said.
What they did was they sent a very loud message out that says, the next time you send one to us, it better be better because we need one we can use. That's what they sent. And
they will. They will. Yep. They'll go back and try to reshape the message or whatever, come back in what other direction they can to try to stop women's reproductive rights in any way they can. So, yeah, they just threw it back down to them and said, well, y'all better find somebody else to do this because you don't have standing, which means there's no harm to the doctors that brought the case. If they don't want to prescribe mifepristone, they don't have to. That's their right. They can just say, no, I'm not prescribing that. And it's over with.
In other words, it was a weak case. And they couldn't.
A very weak case. They didn't have any standing. It shouldn't have gone that far anyway, but
it'll come back. Don't worry. Yeah. It'll be back. It'll be back in the next whatever court sessions. Start in October again or something?
Yeah. Hello, Bill.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing just fine. And yourself?
Huh? What? What?
What's that?
How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing fine. Hey, I'll get you straightened out on that. That is Minocqua.
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 The beer.
Minocqua.
Minocqua.
Minocqua. Thank you, Bill. I knew I was going to screw it up. I knew I was. Minocqua. Well, that sounds more.
All entitled.
Close.
We're all entitled.
Bill, can you turn your volume up?
I don't know. I'll try.
Okay, I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing you.
Go into your settings, Bill.
Yeah. See if you can. And while Bill does that, I want to thank Tony D, who came in with a $10 donation and said, Biden offered Saudi Arabia, our sons and daughters, to defend Saudi Arabia and gave Ukraine $50 million 10-year deal of U.S. weapons and told Israel, keep killing. This is a rough time, baby. Thank you, Tony. For diplomacy around this country, around the world. Mm-hmm. And there is no worse place right now than Gaza. There's it's pitiful every day with this shit. You'd think cooler heads would prevail and we'll come up with a ceasefire plan.
But you know how you always say it takes a hammer to fix something sometimes?
Yeah. Well, that's what Israel is using, a hammer.
Over there, nobody wants
They're using a big hammer, baby. They're using a big hammer. But anyway, let me see. Sisyphus, are you in here with us?
I am. Hello.
How are you doing, dear?
Well, considering all the bullshit that's going on out there, pretty damn good.
Hey, there's no shortage of bullshit, dear.
No, there's not.
Every day you turn on the news, there's new bullshit. And what did we hear today? There's some more bullshit about Clarence Thomas came out today. Got some more luxury trips out of Harlan Crow.
Oh, boy.
Ain't that nice?
I have two pet peeves today.
You have what?
Two pet peeves. The first one is with this Hunter Biden. So the Republicans are all happy that, the justice system worked. Hunter Biden, got convicted. But now the question rolls down to, so Trump kept his gun. He
Trump kept his
one of the
gun.
3 guns. Uh-huh. He
I
shipped it
didn't
back to
think a
Mar-a-Lago.
convicted felon could own a weapon.
He can't. And when he gave his little 30-minute interview with his probation officer, they found out he has a gun there in Mar-a-Lago that he did not, let them have. So my question
He didn't
is,
turn it over.
you think he didn't turn it over? So are they going to prosecute him for that like they did Hunter Biden? Or
Well, now it's a gun charge, isn't it? A federal gun charge?
It is.
Was he not instructed by the court to turn over his weapons? And if he didn't, that's a failure to obey the court. Well,
Exactly.
shit.
Yep.
You know,
It's actually more of a violation of probation type stuff.
well, what do they do? What do they do when you violate your probation?
Gone through the whole process yet.
What do they do when you violate your probation?
Well,
You
but
usually
Lock your
get
ass up is what they do.
trouble.
Right, which we know they're not going to do for that.
No.
But on July 11th is when the actual conviction. He's been convicted, but it's like not set in stone yet.
Right.
But if he still has that gun after July 11th, that is a federal offense. It's a federal crime. He is not allowed to have it, just like Hunter Biden wasn't allowed to have it.
Right.
And he only had his for, what was it, like 3 days or 5 days, something like that? It was a very short period of time.
There's one small distinction in the difference here. Biden applied and bought one when he wasn't supposed to. Trump already owns this one. He just hasn't turned it in.
The Remixer has a good question. How's Trump going to pick a cabinet when known felons aren't? Wait a minute, it moved. Wait a minute, come back here. When known felons, where'd you go? How's Trump going to pick a cabinet when known felons aren't allowed to be associating with other known felons while on probation?
Yeah.
Boy, howdy shit. What was it, a comment? I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's a snowball's chance, but I thought that in 2016. So I'm not blind to the fact that it could happen, but I just don't think so. I just, he hasn't got the full support of the conservatives in this country. He's got the maggot vote.
But the way that the states are gerrymandered, that's the problem. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, as far as the seats, the Congress seats,
right,
the House and Senate.
The Senate.
Yeah,
that's where we really.
I did hear some hopeful news today, and it's not like they haven't been around for a while. I just hadn't heard about it.
What's that?
Pennsylvania, there's a group of Republicans called Republicans Against Perry.
Against Perry?
Perry.
Now, the only Perry I know is Rick Perry.
That's the one. That's their senator, I do believe, right?
Up in Rick Scott,
Pennsylvania.
I thought.
Well, no.
No, wait, I'm getting confused with my Scots.
Yeah, there's too many Scots. But anyways, Perry is in Pennsylvania, and they are actively speaking out against him, and they're telling their friends and relatives, so to speak, in their areas that you can still be a Republican and not vote for these Republicans. Just because you're going to vote to not be a MAGA doesn't make you an automatic Democrat. It makes you, someone who's concerned about democracy. And they're actively pursuing that.
Perry.
Steve? Yeah, okay,
Steve. Yeah, Steve Perry.
And the other one is, what's the other, Maestriano? Is that the other name in Pennsylvania? They're against him, too. These both were right there in the thick of it on January 6th, and that's what pissed them off. Yeah, they don't want to vote for treasonous people either.
Hey, vote for reason or treason, one of the two. It leaves conservatives, I see, they're in a tight bind, but you got to bite the bullet. There's only 2 people on the ballot. One of them is a treasonous asshole, and one of them is you have ideological differences with. your ideals are not matched up to the same, but Joe Biden's not out trying to destroy the Constitution or our country. Donald Trump is. There should not be a question about who you would vote for if you're a conservative. It's either a man who's running honorably as a president or a man who is willing to destroy everything this country ever stood for the benefit of his own glory.
Except the media keeps portraying Biden as a crooked, corrupt family. How do you overcome that to the other conservatives, that what they're saying is not true? Do your own freaking research and find out, but they won't. They'll just listen to the media.
It all is going to come down to somebody's heart, And I said the other day, when Hunter Biden was convicted, found guilty, I had a sense of pride for it because he's standing up there taking responsibility.
Yes.
He is not whining and moaning and groaning. Ain't got his kids out there whining and moaning and groaning. He's taking the responsibility. He made mistakes in his life. He got tangled up with cocaine and went through rehab, and he's still and forever will be dealing with that. But he's dealing with it, and
Right.
that makes me, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to applaud, is when somebody takes those kinds of steps. You see that happening over there on the other side? No. And we all know Don Jr. is the biggest cokehead Washington ever saw. That's what kills me sometimes. Their willingness.
The drugs that they have proven was coming out of the White House while Trump was there. Prescription drugs, they were handing them out like Kool-Aid.
Well, the biggest drug dealer in the Trump administration was the fucking doctor, the White House doctor,
right?
Who now is a congressman down here in Texas. Yep, it's pushing drugs, buddy. That's what it got him. Got him a seat in Congress. Anyway, let me thank Daniel Solomon, who came in with a $2 donation and said, Hal Sparks has informative show on YouTube. Well, check out Hal Sparks. And Daniel Hackelman came back with $5 and said, sick that criminal puke showed up today in Washington today. What a puke. I know it. It just, that's the first time he's been back up on Capitol Hill since January 6th, they said. And no, he didn't go into the actual Capitol. He was in an off building, but it's still part of the Capitol, complex. And the Republicans welcomed him. Even Mitch McConnell shook his hand. Oh, Mitch, who said he was morally what's the other word? Ethically responsible for January 6th. Big words. A lot of them had big words after January 6th.
Yeah.
After what everybody saw on TV, oh, hell yeah, they're going to come out of the woodwork and talk about patriotism and how this was a disgrace and all that. 2 weeks later, every one of them are kissing the man's ass.
Yep.
Where'd that patriotism go? Where'd that go? I'll tell you when it went. It went right up Trump's ass, just like everything else does. His ass sucks the money out of you, sucks your integrity. Everything gets sucked up his ass. And you're happy with that? It's just a disappointment to the American people, I think, what the Republican Party has become. Like I said, standing up there.
Beyond a disappointment.
It is. Standing up there, all of them, just with their hands right in front of their crotch or whatever, standing there so obediently, looking straight at him as he spoke a bunch of dribble. And there, look, Ronnie Jackson, thank you, Dr. Feelgood. As he's spitting out dribble, and they're all looking at him like, oh, glorious master. And he is to them. He is their master. Without Trump, none of them are going to make shit. Trump is their only hope, I think. They've already sunk themselves. They tied their ass to him. What are they going to do now? Back up? No. They'll go down with a sinking ass ship. Screaming patriotism all the way down.
Can't we have a bachelor party? Like they did some of those movies, and get them so freaking, blasted and passed out. We just send them on a plane over to Siberia.
I reckon. I don't know where these assholes go. I just wish, pick a side. Move to Russia, half these maggots. If that's what you want, that's what kind of government you want, move over there.
Right.
Putin can be your president for life. You can get up and just get up and drink your vodka every damn morning. You ain't even got to go to work. Shit. What's the point? It's, I don't know. I try to make sense of it out of it for 8 years now, and I can't. I knew the people that I know before Trump came along. They were not total idiots. Some of them were pretty stupid, did stupid shit, but good old boys do stupid stuff. But I didn't consider them ignorant to the point of turning their back on your own country in the sport of what? What is that? Because it's damn sure not patriotism. It's not standing up for your country. It's a bunch of bullshit is what it is. That's what he sells. Electric batteries and sharks. What do you want to know about that? I don't know. It baffles me. I want to thank Dave. Oh, I'm going to mess this up. Dave Snow there. Dave Snow there came in with a $10 donation and said it is unethical to vote for the Don Vic. I like that, Don Vic.
John, I think it's Dave's not here. Get it? Dave's not here.
Not here. Not here.
All right, sometimes John's a little slow on shit. Yes, I see it now. Dave's not here. Dave's not here, man. Touche, Dave. Thank you very much. I appreciate it tremendously. And on that note, I want to call out Shaking Me Bones and said, Trump can simply fuck off as far as I'm concerned. No wiser words. And she came in with her usual donation. And it just blows me away every time she does that. And as she's made a tremendous difference in our Shaking Me Bones, thank you very much. And boy howdy, that'll blow you out of the water after a little bit. She is amazing. She's amazing. Anyway, where were we?
She is.
What? Yes.
Well,
yes,
I
it's made a huge difference.
I want to take a little detour down to the Supreme Court for a second.
Let's go.
This whole immunity thing that they're holding out. From what I understand about the Supreme Court, they do not have to give that ruling the end of this term. If they so choose, they can wait until next term. And my question is...
What ruling are we talking about now?
The immunity.
The immunity, yeah.
So...
And what does that tell you if they don't make a ruling?
Well, and where I'm getting at is they're going to hold off on it. Because if Trump gets in, they will say he's immune from everything. If Biden gets in, then they're going to say, oh, no. You can't have, no president is full of,
if Donnie gets in, he pardons himself over everything.
Right. Yeah.
It all goes away, everything.
I'm just waiting.
And the court might be leaning that way. At least I know about 6 of them that might be.
Right, but they can't give that ruling while Biden is still in. So if they hold it until November to find out who's actually been elected, then they will give their ruling. That's what I'm looking at.
You may be right.
So they can give.
That's really going to piss me off if they don't, because again, I'm of the mindset of really the court has to take up whether or not he has complete immunity over everything. No, he does not. In any court that would consider it, it is just an illegitimate court that is just trying to save a wannabe dictator. But I don't put anything. Look at the story of Clarence Thomas today again with the special favor. You know he's voting anyway Harlan Crow tells him to. Harlan Crow will slap him upside the head and tell him what to do. That's what Harlan Crow's do. Remind you that Harlan Crow is the ultra-billionaire that has a museum of Hitler in his house. Tell you something about the guy? Yeah, a little bit. That's his hero. That's his hero. And that's the man that courts the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, who evidently, at some point you would think that Congress is going to be forced to take up the issue of ethical rules on the Supreme Court, because right now there are no.
They're trying.
They're trying.
But they can't, though, because the Republicans are going to
block
it.
Yeah, hell no. They got a 6-3 court. Why would they want to screw it up?
Right.
Which is another reason we need to reelect Biden, so we have a chance to get Alito out and replace him with a liberal justice. Right now, this 6-3 court shit sucks, baby. Huh?
Alito, Thomas, 3 need to go, period.
Yeah, which would shift the court. And they know that. You think they're willing to do that? No. I don't think so.
We can't do anything until we get control in both houses.
In both houses.
Whichever side controls it, they will not go
that's
for
why
it.
These 2 for blues, they're so important. It's not just the presidential office. We're talking about the Senate and the House. We have to retain the Senate, and we need to pick up the House, baby. Because if not, we're just going to have a continual jackass show going on with hearing after hearing and chasing some fucking bullshit that doesn't matter, and then the people's work is not going to get done. So these races are important. If they're in your area, be involved. You have to be in that vote. We have to have it.
And if you've got that $2 that you can throw out there every once in a while, that would be great.
That would be great. That's every one of them will tell you that. There's no small donations. I'll tell you that. There are no, because every donation comes from the heart. And that's what you have to realize. I say it all the time. Bless shaking me bones body. Heart for such a donation. But don't think for a moment that Daniel Hackeman's $5 doesn't count. Or Daniel Solomon's $2 doesn't count. You're damn right it does. It comes from the heart. And if it comes from the heart, that's where it makes the most difference.
I try at least once a month to try and donate to the person running in my area.
Yeah.
And let me remind you who that is for me. Colin Allred. Been seeing a lot of commercials for him down here in Texas. I'm loving it. He's calling Ted Cruz out for being everything. Just the stinking liar who does nothing, who makes ignorant comments most of the time. Defends his right to drink beer. That's an important issue in life, I guess, to Ted. That and Cancun, easy travel to Mexico. Let me thank Silly Bebo.
I saw him today clapping real loud.
What happened?
I said I saw him there clapping real loud at the end of.
Yes, glorious leader. Yes, glorious leader. Remember Ted Cruz, the guy told Donnie to
shake for him.
Yeah, stood up to him. Keep my wife's name, Heidi's name out of your. Yeah, bullshit. Trump could say anything about Heidi or anybody else in your family, you wouldn't give. You ain't gonna do a damn thing, Ted. There's 2 people that really piss me off. Ted Cruz and John Kennedy down in Louisiana. Those 2 guys really piss me off because they're both fucking well-educated people who act like dumbasses because that's who their constituents must be. I can only figure. Who's electing Ted Cruz? A dumbass. That's who. Nobody in the Senate likes Ted. Nobody. Republican or Democrat. Everybody stays the hell away from him. And Kennedy, I just hate him because of his stupid way he tries to act ignorant, and if he's just an ignorant old country boy who could figure out this, well, everybody could figure this out because, that's the song he plays. A Rhodes fucking Scholar, if I'm not mistaken, one of them is. It's like, really? Is that you did your thesis on that or what? How to sound like a dumbass? Because that's what they do. And that's what it tells you who their demographic is, who their target audience is. They're not going after people interested in the policies, the issues of the day. They're going after Bubba Redneck, who wants his gun and meet up with his buddies in the woods every weekend so they can practice. you know,
Yeah.
saving the country.
Saving the country.
That's what they do. Anyway,
Right.
let me thank Silly Bee-Boo who came in with a $2 donation and said he's Clarence Thomas because he's for sale. I like that. Clarence Thomas. Out of business sale there, Clarence.
That's a
Yes.
good one.
3 new
I
trips
like
that
that.
were revealed today that he took on the dime of
After
Harlan
Free
Crow.
auction.
What's that, Bill?
After he reported it.
Yes,
Give him a free auction. Can you hear me better?
I can hear you a little bit better now,
Little
Bill. Give him a
Well, just give him a free auction, man.
free auction.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. We
He
could
could
probably
sell
do
all
a
his shit.
2-for-1 sale on the court too.
Yeah, 2 for 1. Yeah, good. Yeah, look what they, that's the shit you want to hear about your court. Clarence Thomas out there taking vacations. You hear Alito and Roberts out there and their wives discussing how much I guess they hate the gay community. I don't know how else to describe that. They hate the pride flag. What the hell's that bothering you for? Are you
Right?
gay? If you're not gay, what are you worried about it for?
Christian, John.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Where does it
It's
point that out
all
in the Bible?
good if your hate is Christian
can't-
hate.
Oh, Christian hate is good hate. Ah, well,
Yeah.
if you're talking about the good kind of hate,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's sad. But it is what it is, and it's so see-through sometimes. Let me thank Piper Saul, who came in with a $20 donation and said, "With love from Redneck, Indiana, vote blue." We're all over the place. I don't care where you are in the red state. That's how come this Civil War shit ain't gonna work. Are you shitting me? Not everybody around you is a stupid redneck Republican. There's some intelligent people mixed in with y'all out there. We're all over the place. I appreciate that, Piper Saul. Yeah, we're all over the place, baby. Don't think any place is, it's red or blue on a map. But when you get down to it, just like a picture is made up of pixels, we're there, baby. We just got to keep fighting. A lot of places are just gerrymandered to shit. That's why they're red. Because the vote doesn't matter. Like my own.
Wisconsin especially.
Texas is big. We're gerrymandered to shit here. And they're still trying to divide Houston up because Houston, Harris County, that's solid blue, baby. So is San Antonio, so is Austin, so is El Paso. The only one that varies a little bit is Dallas up there. They like to keep their little redneck sign going up there, but we're making progress there too. Because anywhere large groups of people gather, they're from all over the country. And guess what? They have different damn ideas, and they work together to form a society. I don't know. I thought that's how it worked.
Well,
Some
and that's
people-
another thing that needs to be redone if we can get control of both houses.
What's that? I didn't hear it.
The gerrymandering. That's another thing we need.
That
control of.
there should be. We should be able to come up with some kind of laws that are standard across the country for what a district can look like and what it must encompass. Because if you look at mine, it's like a freaking octopus. Are you shitting me? My district used to be solid blue down here on the Gulf Coast. All of the counties in my district were all right here on the Gulf Coast because we have a combined interest, a common interest in what goes on in this area. We're not the same as somebody up by Austin or somebody out in the Panhandle. It's different, but no, they gerrymandered the shit out of it to reach all the way damn near to Austin, to reach every little country town they can, to suck it up in there, to dilute the vote here in Corpus. So although our city council is more liberal, but you get into the district and above, we're red, and that's a shame because
Hey,
it's not.
I have to pop off here for a minute. I have to make a delivery over to the fire department. I'll be back momentarily.
Hey, good for you. Tell
Hey,
them we all
McKay.
said thank you.
I will do that.
All right, baby. Thank you. All right, let me thank Daniel Hackelman, who came in with a $2 donation. and said, Trump has got the world upset. Can I say hate tea? Oh, you can say more than hate tea here, Daniel. Yeah, as we like to say, fuck that guy. Anyway, Junior PZ 57 came in with a $2 donation. Junior PZ, thank you very much. And Petrazi 20 came in with a $20 donation and said, I wonder who picks up Kavanaugh's bar tab. Yeah. Fuck Trump and, oh wait.
I think it's MAGA.
Fuck MAGA. I'll do it. Fuck MAGA and fuck
enough.
Trump. That's close enough. Fuck both of them. But we continue, baby. That's what we have to do. We have to keep the fight up. Keep the word going constantly. Anyway,
John?
So what else happened today?
Can you hear me better?
Huh?
Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you a lot better now.
I don't know what I did, but I did something.
Hey, you made the right adjustment there, bud. Yeah. You got the hard part done. Oh, I'm checking my shit here.
Well, we try. Hey, you know, I was wondering why that jerk that went to Washington today, why the Capitol Police didn't usher him
Well, he had to go crack the whip on them damn Republicans up there, get them in line. Dare anybody to step out of line.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. He went up there to make sure they're all in lockstep. And dare any of them to say anything different.
Right home with him.
Huh?
Yeah. He ought to took the whole damn works home with him. Get him out of there.
Well, that's our job. That's our job. We got to do that.
You bet.
And that's what's on. That's what's in the oven, baby. We got to do that. And we do that by being involved. We got to be involved, and that means just as if Bonita was here, she'd be asking you, have you done something? Have you called a friend, wrote a letter? Have you signed a petition, which is not hard to do, baby? They're all over the place. You could look up any kind of petition you want. They're right there. Hey, run for office. And we've had that in the Blue Dot family.
We have.
Mm-hmm. And she won, too.
Oh, man.
She won.
You
Use
could
your voice.
volunteer to do some stuff at the polling places, too.
Volunteer at a polling place, indeed. Canvas. Probably one of the most important things you can do is go to your local Democratic meeting the next time your local Democrats get together, because that's the grassroots, baby. That's the front line. That's where we have to be involved locally. And it's not all knocking on doors. Some people are a little shy, don't want to go knocking on doors. There's a lot of shit you could do. The ideas flow. I've been going to the Way Out Weber Democrats group here in Corpus Christi, and I missed the last meeting just because life gets after you and all that shit. But no, wrong button. But I enjoyed it. They discuss a lot of issues. They have speakers there. You get more drawn into the local politics, and that can be nothing but beneficial, baby. Hey, I ended up at a house on Ocean Drive. So that was a really nice to do. Anyway, you don't know where it's going to take you. But being involved is the number one thing that we need to do. It's what's going to win this thing.
They have different, you can get involved in sending letters to other states everywhere,
Indeed.
Getting people to vote. You can get involved making phone calls. There's things to sign up for. They'll help you. They'll give you the information, and off you go. You can sit at home and do some stuff. You don't have to leave the house.
Don't even have to leave the house. You can be involved with a lot of stuff. Stuff in envelopes. There's a lot of activities that don't require you to be involved with, face-to-face interactions and stuff. So there's a lot that can be done. Hey, let me thank Junior Peas 57. We're going to go with that. Junior Peas 57 came in with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, Junior. I appreciate it. And Sick Chick 71 came in with a $2 donation. Thank you, Sick Chick. Boy, I love some of the names that come across. Sick Chick, I like that. That's it. Are you trying to tell us something? Good. That's what I say. Oh man, it has been a day. It's been a hot day down here. I'm telling you, it's been a rough day as far as weather concerned. What's the weather like up there where you are? Cool, comfortable, and all that shit, Miss Chick.
Not really.
Today,
We're in
no,
the
it got
80s.
a little warm and muggy today.
A little warm and muggy.
Yeah,
What do you
it
call
wasn't
warm?
supposed to rain, but it looked like it was going to storm, and then it didn't. I don't know. They had pop-up thunderstorm air going on
All I seen on my
above me and below me.
on my forecast is more and more hot. That's
So
it.
are we here.
It is
We're
going to be
90
for a while.
Okay.
Oh,
Could
hey,
be.
Linda.
Hello, Linda.
Hello.
How are you doing, darling?
I'm here.
Ah,
Okay, I
yeah.
just got done watching
What's
the
going on?
news. I hate Mitch McConnell. I
Don't
hate
you?
Marco Rubio, and I'm disgusted. So I just walked away. I can't
Oh.
believe them. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is. It
It
is.
is, it's Nazis in my eyes. I'm so angry about
That
what's
was-
going on.
That's the first time Mitch McConnell and Trump have
know.
met eye to eye since January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reception Mitch McConnell gave him. A handshake. Well, of course, that's what you do to treasonous
Unbelievable.
assholes who
Exactly.
were morally and ethically responsible for January 6th. That's
Oh,
what
and
you
it's
do.
going to happen again. I guarantee you.
You know, darling,
Well, don't try.
that's the ticket here. Trump is running. Do I think he's going to win? No. Do I think it matters to him? No. He's going to say he did. He's going to say it was rigged, it was cheated, all of the bullshit that he did before. He's going to come back and say again and try to rile up as many of his little maggots to do as much damage as they can do wherever they are. Is there going to be another attack on the Capitol? I think that'd be a stupid move.
I think it's going to be, I was talking the other night about it, going, I think they're going to do it somewhere else or just attack everyone's capitals in different states.
Yeah,
Right.
turn to the states. That could be it. That's what they could do. And,
Cold.
but we're not talking in the abstract. These are actual things that we have to worry about because we know what he's going to do. He's not going to come on TV and say he gives up, Joe Biden wins. No. He's going to come on TV and start talking about how it was robbed and rigged and all over the place. There's fake votes here. There's fake votes there. He'll pull shit out of his ass just to throw it
He will.
out there.
You know, did anyone see, it was a couple nights ago, it was Stephen Colbert with Cory Booker,
Yes.
the interview? It was wonderful. He is so inspiring to me. And what he said is we can even sit around, do nothing, or go out there and take our despair and turn it into doing something to get, basically Biden back in, not let Trump back in. We don't have to do that. A lot of people are just going, oh, whatever. He's not going to win. It's like, no one knows that.
This is not the election to say whatever. This
Yeah,
is not,
exactly.
This is not that election. You know, this is going to be the election of our lifetime. This election will make history.
It will make history. And if he gets back in, I don't see, we'll never get an election again. This is awful.
If he gets back in, if the Heritage Foundation has their way, we're going to move from democracy to something else. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Get you some vodka. Go sit on the corner. We'll let you know what's going on. That's what it'll be. And that's what, the Project 2025, everybody's been talking about. If you don't know what that is by now, shame on you. You should go look. Yeah, that's their plan. Dismantle this country.
I know. It's awful. And I want people to take this seriously. And people just aren't paying attention. They're like, oh, Joe Biden's too old. What? Tell me what you've been watching on TV. Well, I don't watch the news. I'm blissfully, a friend of mine told me, blissfully ignorant. I just don't pay attention to it, but I know he's really old, so I'm just going to do a write-in. It's like, wow, did you not see him on the, what was his, Normandy? And his speech was wonderful. What is wrong with people? I'm just so tired of it. It's the internet has got people just brainwashed.
You think so? You would think so.
There's just so much misinformation.
But they've had help in doing the brainwashing. You can
know.
find it on Fox News or any of your right-wing bullshit.
Yeah. China, Russia, the whole 9 yards.
The whole nine
Yeah.
yards. Let me send
We've
out
gotta
a
do
couple of
something.
thank yous. Daniel Hackelman came back in with $2 and said, oh, wait a minute, Daniel. It says YouTube won't let me cuss in one line for $2. Oh, Daniel, check out your settings, buddy. You should be able to do more. Demetrius Cephas came in with $10 and said, wake up, America, vote to save our democracy. John, can you play our favorite song, please? I will indeed. First, let me thank Gregory Brown, who came in with a $20 donation and said, it feels like here comes this election, and there's 6 goons in black robes with blackjacks in their hands. It does. It does. But we got to face those hoodlums. We got to stand up to them, and we got to get in that line and hold this country together is what we have to do. Now, wait a minute. I got to get to a song. Why? Because there's one thing that Donald Trump needs to do.
I just need you to shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up,
Nobody asked
buddy.
you, bitch.
Nobody.
I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
I want
Bow,
that.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
I have a hard time playing that because every time I play it, I want to get up and dance. That is a swing, baby. If you don't swing, baby, I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway, where were we? What rat were we kicking? Oh, yeah, Donald Trump.
The biggest rat, the orange one.
He's the orange rat that won't go away.
The Supreme Court ruled for to keeping, what is it, the abortion pill.
Yes, mifepristone.
Right, because they're cowering to us now because they know we mean
They,
business.
you know, but they could have gone farther, you know, to reassure women of their rights. What they did was just kick it back down because they said that the plaintiffs didn't have standing, which means that there was no harm done to them. There is no law that says they have to prescribe it for their patients.
I get it.
You know, so if you want to be an asshole and don't do it, but don't force every other freaking doctor to do it. So that's where we're at. They're going to kick it back down until the right comes up with another argument against it, and then try to attack it again. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to keep doing.
We need 2 more justices on the Supreme Court. This is frustrating. It's so frustrating, you know.
Yeah.
But we have to fight. Period.
We have to.
We'll win. We have to. We will. We will. You gotta be
And
positive,
you can't get tired now. We've been doing this for 8 years. We've been fighting our ass off for 8 years.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Now is not the time to give up on this shit. This is the time to double down.
No way.
Let me see.
No way.
The other blue dot. Are you with us?
Yes.
How are you doing?
I am doing fine. It's been a while since I talked on.
Well, you're welcome in here anytime, buddy.
And
So what's going on in your world?
so in the I think to your point earlier about how there are like right-wing like news stations that like openly brainwash. There's been a lot of goodish. I don't know how to describe it. There are a lot of news institutions like the Associated Press that have been particularly weird in the way they frame some of these conflicts.
I think a lot of the news nowadays, they know how they frame the news. They know how they present it to their audience. Nowadays, it seems to me they're more interested in the ratings and making sure they grab that audience and keep them there with some outlandish headline that they're going to come out with. Mm-hmm. That, you know, I think they skew the polls any way they want to try to keep the public on the edge of their seat to wonder what's happening. I don't think it's hard to find an honest news that you can really trust nowadays. You know,
PBS.
We all have our biases.
Yeah.
You know, but above all else, I believe in the truth, and if you look for it, it's there. You just gotta keep...
There was a whole thing on the Associated Press that said Donald Trump made a triumphant return to the Capitol Hill on Thursday. His
Triumphant
first
return,
with
huh?
lawmakers since January 6, 2021 attacks
Well, right off the bat, you with just reading the headline, you already know where that news company is headed. A triumphant return. Are you shitting me?
Find themselves reinvigorated.
Yeah.
By his bid to retake the White House.
Yeah. So it's what they don't have a 6-piece band behind him.
Yeah.
You know, with a tuba and a trombone and shit. You know, to really get attention. It's what they do.
It's like
and it pisses me off sometimes. I call CNN fair and balanced nowadays. You know, half the time they're doing the same damn thing. Trying to pump somebody up to make sure that you stay tuned to watch them because you wouldn't believe the shit they're digging up.
Right.
And it's just bullshit. It's just,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're treating him like the Undertaker instead of a felon returning to the scene of the crime.
He is a 34 felony count felon, and yes, he's trying to return to the scene of the crime because if he can, like I said, he'll pardon himself from every damn thing there is. The investigations will go away. Everything will just fade away if he gets back in office.
He should be in prison for.
But that would be the least of our worries. What's that? Y'all don't get quiet on me all of a sudden now.
Sorry, had to run and put the dogs out for a minute.
Well, that answers the
Nature
question
called.
of who let the dogs out.
I did.
It was
I
you.
did.
I don't know that, man. I'm telling you, my arms are nothing but a series of scratches and bruises. And what's worse is on my right foot, right above my big toe, there is an X. And that X came from one puppy jumping up on me and come down on my foot and gave me a scratch across my foot. Started bleeding, and I bleed a lot nowadays. And then the next day, the other dog comes over there and jumps up, does the same thing, and across the same spot, like an X. You don't think that hurt?
Oh, you're marked.
Holy shit.
Clip those toenails.
It was sharks. That's what it was. I was standing on this battery, and all of a sudden, you know, that's how I got the thing on my foot there. I had to choose between the battery and the sharks there, so, you know. Ain't that sad?
That guy is. I saw that and him talking. And
did you see that?
We're just starting to. Even his minions behind him were kind of looking like, "Oh my god, yeah, he's crazy. What the hell is that?"
He's a lunatic, and they're still willing to vote for a man like that.
He sounds like he's snorting Adderall. Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you want a good chuckle, go pull up that part of his speech there when he starts talking about sharks and batteries and crap. He's off the deep end. At that point,
that's somebody that's like in a loony bin or just he's off the deep end. He's unhinged, and it was crazy. Yeah. It was bizarre. But hey, let's make a president. Why not?
Hey, I'm looking forward to the debate coming up. Him without a teleprompter, without an audience there to
oh my God,
motivate him on.
Is that what, June 20? Is it 27th or something like that?
Oh Lord, don't ask me to lie. I can't remember what the actual date is. It's coming up pretty soon.
They were talking the other day where he might not show up.
That's what I've heard. That there was some talk about whether or not he really wants to debate. But if he, if he tries to back out, it's going to be some bullshit reason that he tries to come up with. Try to blame it on Joe Biden for some reason or another. You know.
We all know. We all know he's a chicken crapper.
He's got
I don't
nothing.
know. He has destroyed what used to be called debates. They're just not even debates anymore.
Yeah, debate requires, two opposing positions on a subject.
Right. That even includes what we looked at this past fall or spring or whenever the hell it was that they were having all those debates with the Republicans only. That it was like,
a lot of people in chat are saying that they don't think he's gonna be there. That he's gonna debate Joe.
He'll have an excuse.
He'll have an excuse, some dramatic event or some information that they just found out.
Something to do with a shark
They're not going to
bite.
fall into the trap, or it'll be some kind of bullshit. Because he can't, and I think they know it too. Huh?
Hopefully he can keep his toupee on.
Yeah.
Every time he goes outside, I keep thinking to myself, come on. You want to prove to me there's God? Just one good gust of wind. Really good one.
It happened. Did you guys see that?
That thing's glued on, so it, ain't nothing going to budge that thing.
It's like a hair play.
That's the least of our worries is his hairstyle.
No,
But,
Damien.
the maggots, they want him looking pretty, so
Mm-hmm.
gotta spray that sucker until it won't budge.
Well, you ever see what's underneath?
Huh?
You ever see what's underneath once that toupee?
I don't want to see what's underneath that shit.
Just a
If it
big
looks
old-
as bad as what's on the front, I'm not interested, buddy. I think they ought to just put a sack over his ass. When they zoom in real close, they talk about Biden's age so much. Look at that guy's face, Trump's face, when they zoom in with a camera. Look at that face closely. Yeah.
Need to vibrate something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime of something. I don't know what the hell it is.
When that toupee went off, there was like an inch of hair on each side standing.
I think we all know he's probably bald. He's bald as shit, and all of that is a comb over. And just how vain do you have to be at a certain point? Just put on a fucking hat. Do what I do. Put on a goddamn hat. And I am not.
Or shave it off.
I don't
Just
do
call
that.
it
Anybody
bald.
that knows me, John lost his shit. Most of it a long time ago. If I look in the mirror, there's still a little wisp. See there? Looks like I got hair. So. But
What's the difference?
my wife will tell you it's because I wear a hat that my hair's not there. Because I've
Hardly.
always worn a hat. Always. So she says, well,
You
grass don't
choked
grow
off
where the
all of
sun
it
don't
up
shine,
there
John.
and Brought it along farther. Yeah.
My nose prefers the shade.
The other day when Aussie Dave was on, he was asking about why, how did he put it? He was talking about the news stations. Why can't they make their own choices about
Right.
what they put on, blah, blah, blah. And we've tried to explain to him what that
Right.
meant. But I did look up Sinclair, because I know Sinclair
Sinclair is
is
big.
a big thing out there with a lot of radio, TV, and I
Indeed.
think they now have some newspapers. Believe it or not, they have like 185 affiliates, and the owner's name is David Smith, and David does make some decisions on what's going to be done with his affiliate. They get, they claim it's, just to keep everything consistent across the, no.
No,
Yeah, it's consistent, all right. It's a
Yeah.
consistent, MAGA, whatever.
it is. They're very right. Sinclair is very right wing. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think that, I don't know if they own
Sinclair,
mine down. I think
owner
they
of
do.
Valley Sports.
Huh?
Sinclair owns Valley Sports. I'm pretty sure. They're
Yeah.
the
They
ones
own a
with
lot.
the
I'm probably sure they own a lot of shit.
high prices.
Yeah, but it's, and he's
Blackouts.
even like a smaller person when it comes to media stuff, probably. He's not the biggest, obviously. He's not like Murdoch, but yet he does have a huge influence.
Controls a
across-
pretty big portion of the airwaves. And as
Right.
we know, it's
So in
who gets their voice in the people's ear.
The other
Yeah.
ironic thing I was looking at today was that the Republicans have been grousing for years, in particular about conservatives being squashed on social media, and they don't, they get taken down or their stuff gets,
Right.
erased or whatever.
But yeah, X
Well-
is becoming a full-blown Nazi rally now.
So they took it
Like,
to Congress,
seriously.
right? And Congress, blah blah blah, and told the social medias that they had to be fair or whatever. And so Meta, which we know who Meta is, that's Mark Zuckerberg,
Yeah,
decided,
that's,
okay, I just won't put that little news icon on Facebook anymore, not on Threads, and whatever his other one is. He's got, is it Instagram? No, I don't know. So he took that down, and now they're looking back at the numbers, and they're seeing that across the board, a little bit more heavy on the conservative news sources,
right.
but across the board, all of them are down in terms of people interacting with the news because it's not in front of their face. It's not there. You got to go looking for it.
You got to look for it.
It doesn't pop up in your face anymore. So they're not clicking on it as much. So good and bad. I mean, they spoke, and the people responded that own the companies said, okay, we'll take it down then. Nobody gets to.
It's
so now
it's
you
up
have to go looking on YouTube. You have to go looking.
It really is incumbent upon each one of us to try to, if you hear a news story, it sounds a little out there, check it out. The Google is fantastic. You can Google a lot of shit. Wikipedia will tell you a lot of stuff. There's ways to check stories out and find out who's who and what they're saying. But it takes a little effort on our own part. And it can get a little deep sometimes, because you'll find shit that'll just piss you off. And then what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's what makes you motivated to stay involved, though. Is when you find those things that piss you off, the little issues in life that affect you, and all of a sudden you find out your local politician isn't who you thought he was, or some shit. We get the leadership that we elect, so we need to be cautious with that shit. It's kind of hard to complain when we're the ones put them in there. That's how come.
I think our complacency through the years of just things are what they are and things go about.
I think complacency is what the Republican Party has taken advantage of.
Yes, exactly.
They've jumped on that. People, they know how to motivate the maggots. Like I say, all you have to do is wave a flag, let an eagle fly by, play some patriotic music shit. You got them, baby. Pop a beer like Ted Cruz. Just pop a beer open. You got half of them right there. It's when you get into the meat and potatoes of the issues that you start noticing that wait a minute, that guy doesn't really represent you and offer you what you and your family need. Unless you just happen to be very extremely wealthy, in which case you're just there to get more money anyway. So, but hey, I hear there's some Supreme Court justices for sale. Get you a deal on one of them. Get all the decisions in your favor.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
2 for 1. Yeah.
We're having a sale today. 2 for 1.
Ain't it sad that's the reputation our court is taking on, that it can be bought by luxurious trips or other such bullshit, favors by wealthy individuals who shape the court. You tell me Hoyle and Crow ain't got some influence on Clarence Thomas. And then you throw in the shit with his wife and Alito's wife and shit. You think you got an unbiased court? No. Do you have a court that you feel is going to weigh on the scales of justice equally? No, I don't think so. I think they have the thumb on the scale. And there's money to be made.
It's all about that money.
It's all about the money. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. The environment's going to go to shit. You need enough money to build you a nice big place that's going to protect you from all the environmental shit that's going to happen down the line.
Meanwhile, if you're watching the stock market, everybody's making some money somewhere.
Everybody's making money.
I'm not.
I'm not in the stock market. I was at one time when I was still working for the Army, but no. Them days is gone. It all went by the wayside. It went to save my ass from my house is what it did. I still got this sucker. So.
My family has stock, and I actually brought that up to them. I said, how can you still be supporting Trump when the stock market is doing way better now?
Everything.
Oh, I made more money under Trump.
No, you didn't.
It's like, no, they didn't, but they're sticking with that story, and it doesn't make any difference. It's just
the facts don't count.
Yeah.
It's their attitude. Yeah. Oh, things were much better under Trump. No, they weren't. Every leading indicator right now is up under Joe Biden. Inflation is down. It's not down where we want it.
They won't believe it.
Well, again, Joe
No,
Biden ain't
he's
got
just
nothing
had
to
to
do with the
point
price
the
of
finger
eggs
at
or
the
the price
camera
of
and say
milk or
they're
anything
lying.
else.
It's all lies, and they
That's
go,
corporate America that does that.
Right.
And they're greedy as shit. So,
We
You
could
just
just get
feel-
the corporations set straightened out.
what's that?
We could just get those corporations to quit being so damn greedy. It would be a lot
Yeah, that-
better for us.
That's the hardest task we have, is to get corporations under control and bring them to where, nobody's against them making a profit. That's what you're in business for.
Yeah,
But while you pull up to that gas pump, go ahead and Google what a CEO of an oil company is making every year for a paycheck.
Right.
There you go.
did you-
That's
did
a
you see
lot
what
of
the
money.
profits were?
Huh?
Did you see what the profits were in this
Yes,
last year?
they're off
Oh,
the
yeah.
charts, buddy. For the last like 3 or 4 years in a row.
oh, longer.
It's longer than that. Yeah, yeah,
COVID
that's
is-
true. They're in record territory.
Never got.
Their record-breaking profits started under Reagan, and it's only continued.
There
Yep.
you go. You can go back
It's-
all the way to that. Yeah.
It's merely gotten to a blatant escalation of, whoa, let's just scoop
Yes.
it in.
Well, to me, it's like, well, it's in your face. What are you going to do? Huh? Going to go somewhere else and buy gas? Ain't no place else. We own the gas. You need
Right.
gas. You'll pay for whatever we tell you to pay. And that's the
Well, and
attitude
it's
gas
not only
companies have
gas.
taken.
But it's
And
beyond
it
the
does
gas,
pisses
it's
you off
the food
because
industry.
long time ago, when I was welding in the oil field, I've been called out to cap a well. To cap a well that's a good well, just the price ain't good. So when you drill a son of a bitch, it's got good pressure and all that
Right.
shit, but you don't want to bring the well in because you ain't going to make enough money. So you cap the son of a bitch. And you walk off and wait till the price goes up, and then you go in there and go, oh, well, we got all the expenses to bring this well in, and we're going to make a shitload of money. There's a lot of games that not only the oil and gas industry plays, any other industry you can think
They
of.
all do. I mean,
They all
look
do.
at the cattle industry. About, what was it, 10 years ago? We had, out in California, one of the biggest, it hits Harris Ranch. They can hold over, at that time, 10 years ago, over 300,000 cattle. And the industry wanted their beef price to go up. So what did they do? They let them die.
Cut down on the amount of meat
Cut
you
down
got.
on- yep.
Yeah,
And so
cut
they got
down
the
on
price up, and then bingo. And I mean, it goes with all of them. Any of these big
when you're
farmers.
talking about cattle in itself, I think it's 10% goes to human consumption. The rest of
Right.
it is all byproducts for something.
Right.
I had a list in my head the other day because we had that discussion on here. All the shit that
Did you see?
Oh
that
no, we
one
was
on
talking about
Montana?
corn. I'm sorry, not cattle. We was talking about corn.
Oh, yes.
10%
say, wait a
for
minute.
human consumption. The rest of it is all
Yes.
animal feed or some other shit that has nothing to
Right.
do with food. But there's a boatload of money to be made in
ethanol.
corn.
Yeah.
And the same
Yeah.
way with, every time you see a story about migrants, especially when they bust some meat packing company that is full of illegal migrants. No shit.
Right.
How'd they get there, and why are they all seem to be working in that one place? Yeah,
Right.
these corporations take advantage of that because they know they have those people over a barrel, and they'll make them work long hours under very difficult conditions. There's one right here in Corpus. I wish they'd go ahead and inspect that place. You'll find the same damn thing. Go to damn near any meat packing plant across this country. It's not a
But if you
pleasant place
talk-
to work. Huh?
If you talk to the mass majority of people, like my family, and they have absolutely no problem with this corporate greed.
Well, you got to make some profit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Major.
Nobody's against making a profit. Nobody's
But yet
against
they turn around
making your
and
business
complain about the
successful.
prices. So where's the sense in there?
But when it comes
Right.
at
And
cost,
it's like, and then my family will argue, well, they don't, people working, tellers and this, they don't need to be making that much money. It's like, well, who the hell do you think is making these corporations all of this money? The workers, the production. Nobody's getting any kind of raises except for the CEOs and owners of these companies. That's
Jake says
wrong.
most of
And
American
yet you
beef gets
can't-
exported. I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
that's
just
the
so
world we
aggravating
live
that
in.
these people are so brainwashed.
But
You're
that's
gonna
the
have to
world we
hit
live
that
in, and
credit
that's the world that
button,
we
Jemima.
built. That's what we have to be involved in, everything. Why our Congress is important, why our Senate is important, why your local government is so important, your state government. It's because of the laws that we have on the books that allow things like what we talk about to happen. So,
Could you imagine how good the people would be if the CEOs didn't make that kind of outrageous price and it actually went to the people, how much better everybody would be?
everybody. Well, there's the problem. You're
Everybody.
throwing in everybody.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
they're not big on everybody. They have a
No, they're
list,
not.
and we're not on it. Yeah,
No,
so,
we definitely are not.
ain't it sad? We got to make it better. That's the only choice we have, is make that shit better. And we do that by voting, by being involved in our communities and our local politics. Like the sign said, run for office, baby. That's a good way to do it. I would, but I'd have to slap somebody, and there you go. John would be in jail and be all over the news. Democrat slaps Republican for being stupid, and there we go.
Amen.
I mean, just look at my situation out here. I've got a volunteer fire department across the street. A volunteer fire department. We should have enough money in this country to pay these guys a full salary. And yet they volunteer to save lives, to save homes, and they get zero respect. Well,
They get only what the community gives them.
yeah.
You know, if you're lucky, if you live in a community, and I think I do, I know several people that drop things off at the firehouse every time they turn around. I don't care if it's a cake, some donuts, a donation.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
pretty involved, because we know out here where we live, that's the only help you're getting is that one fire station out here, in the ambulance that's stationed there. That's the help for everything around
Well,
here.
you're lucky. These guys cross the street from me until once a month I take them something. Until I started taking something, nobody around here even said thank you to them.
Wow.
And yet
Oh.
they're the ones who are going to fight for their house or
Yeah.
their life.
Most people drive right by them, you know, and
Yep.
in daily life, it's hard to think, you know, well, I ought to stop by there. But if you do, if you can think about it, pick up something if you have a local volunteer fire department around. Stop and pick them up a cake or something. Because sometimes just that's enough to let them know that you appreciate
Yeah.
them being there. I damn sure do. And,
Yeah.
yeah, they've been to my house several times, and I'm afraid they're going to have to be here again. So, yeah, when they pull up my driveway, I don't want them thinking, oh, that's that blue dot asshole. No.
Right.
You know, I'm the same neighbor
Well,
I've
it
always
shouldn't be
been.
the first thing in their mind when they.
I hope not. I hope not. I rely on that, but because I have faith in them. They're there to do their job just like everybody else should be involved in. You do your job, doesn't matter. It used to not matter who was Republican or who was Democrat or what people's political views were. Nowadays, yeah, you have to worry about it. You have to be concerned. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming in and visiting tonight. Thank those names going by, the Patreon members that donate every month to make sure that we can keep this going. And, by the way, like I said, we got all these new lights today. I look a lot prettier. They do all sorts of weird shit. Travis was showing me. They can blink different colors.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they do all sorts of shit. I don't want to mess with them.
Nope.
No, I don't want to
Don't
touch
do
them.
anybody.
He sat here adjusting the color on them because there's some white lights and some red lights and little blue lights in there. It's a rainbow of colors in there, which I guess affects. I don't know. Hey, look at there. Lady Freedom Rocks came in with $1.50 through Super Chat. Lady Freedom rocks, and indeed she does. And to all the ships at sea. Lady Freedom, thank you very much for that. I appreciate you, darling. She's been around a long time. Anyway. Well, the other blue dot, in keeping with my tradition of throwing the guys overboard first, I appreciate you coming in, brother. I want to be one of the last guy in the boat with the women. Shit, I'm not stupid. Are you with us, Blue Dot? I guess we lost you. Well, Bill, that
Can't hear
leaves you,
him.
buddy.
I'm not muted, but I can't hear him.
Oh no! How's Marcia doing?
She's doing well. You know, she's doing the best she can. Yeah, it's been a rough road for her. but she's a tough woman. Anyway, Bill, I appreciate that. Thank you, bud.
You're in Texas. They breed them tough.
What's that?
I said you're in Texas. They breed them tough.
They are, baby. We're a tough breed down here. You have to put up with this damn heat down here. She's a tough woman, and she's fighting it, but yeah, it's a rough fight. Anybody that has faced cancer, I've said, cancer sucks. That's all you can say. It just kills you. It just.
Is it on now?
Huh?
Is I think my audio might have been I don't know how to explain this.
That's all right.
My phone was on.
Get a bigger hammer. That's what you do. Threaten it with a bigger hammer. Other Blue Dot, we appreciate you coming in, though.
Thank you.
And Linda.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in, darling. Appreciate it.
No problem.
I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, I'll probably come back on Sunday.
We'll be here.
Go on. Okay, then I'll be here too.
There you go.
That's
Thank
perfect.
you. And Sisyphus.
It'll be a wild time.
Sisyphus.
Yes.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you, John.
Take care of yourself.
Sure.
Come back and see us.
I definitely will.
Same bat
Place
time,
to
same
win.
bat channel. We'll
Same
be
bat
here.
time, same bat channel.
That's
exactly.
it. We'll be here. Thank you, darling. And miss you, check.
And John.
And thank you, darling, for everything you do, for being so here all the time. I appreciate you so much. You got anybody you want to call out?
Yep, I do.
Who?
Specifically, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Virginia. We're going to be voting on Tuesday. Georgia has a state primary runoff. Oklahoma is voting House, and Virginia is voting Senate and House.
There you go.
Get out there and vote.
So get out there and vote. That's your duty, baby. That's your job this week.
And then the week after that will be Colorado, New York, South Carolina, and Utah.
It is going to be busy for a little while.
It is.
So keep your eye peeled. If the election is near your area, make sure you're participating, baby. That's what it's all about. Anybody share this shit?
In the meantime,
Yeah?
you can like, share, and subscribe right here.
Right down there on them buttons, you can hit all of them. Like, share, and subscribe. If you ain't already. So, yeah, you could do that. Anybody else you want to call out?
Don't forget to like on Facebook. Yes, I do, actually.
Okay.
I have some people that shared some shit.
Who in the hell shared the shit?
Well, let me tell you.
Who?
Michael Unger from Minnesota. Michael Connolly from Texas. And he also said, get your ass to the polls in November and vote.
That's what he said. Get your ass to the polls. Wise advice, I say.
I think so. Thank you, Michael. And, here's a good one. Let me take a second to... Well, it looks like maybe a Polish name. I always have fun with those. David Kuczynski. Yeah, maybe.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Kuczynski.
That's what I would have said.
From New Mexico. So, David, if you're in New Mexico and your last name is S-P-I, you're our guy.
You're the man.
You're the man.
You're
And
the man.
Herb Edmonds from, I think, Oregon, Washington, or Idaho. I wasn't sure. He's out in the Northwest. And Coleman Murphy, Tennessee. And our own Justin Pennington with WTF Stream Studio. He's always sharing shit.
Always sharing our shit. Always posting on the channel there on Facebook. Justin's highly involved. We appreciate him.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. We appreciate it. And before we go, I want to say a big howdy out to Bernadette. We missed you. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And a big shout out again to Dr. Todd up in Wisconsin who sent me this shirt. Reason or treason, baby. Take your pick. And some fine selection of beer that I will thoroughly enjoy. So, Dr. Todd, thank you again for that. And thank you all for being a part of this family. It grows every day. I look at those numbers, and they're going up every day. So this family is still growing, baby. Makes a person damn well proud. Anyway, Thank you all for being here. We'll be back here again Sunday night. Mañana is Beer and Bud Friday, so put the beer on the ice. Get ready to put that bud in the bowl. And we'll slide into another weekend and try to get some relaxation. Until then, y'all take care of yourself. I love every one of you for being here and being a part of this. Y'all say goodnight.
See you Sunday, John.
Huh?
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hi, guys.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody. We'll see y'all later.